Hello, and welcome to another day on the channel. Today, we will be doing the Midweek Magic event, and the challenge for today is Explorer. So, any Explorer deck. If you're not familiar with Explorer, it's basically like Pioneer, but with MTG Arena cards, or with like cards that you can only have, not only have, but like you don't have like the full list of Pioneer cards because they're not on MTG Arena yet. But anyway, the deck I'm going to be running today is one of my favorites that I've been running recently. My 5-color Incarnation deck. So the hallmark of the deck is Enigmatic Incarnation. This is a 2 green-blue enchantment that says at the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice another enchantment. If you do, search your library for a creature card with mana value equal to 1 plus sacrifice enchantment mana value. Then put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So basically, this is a toolbox deck that sacrifices small enchantments with some small value pieces to go get cards that you want or need. Or just like scale up until you hit some of the top end cards. I'll go through the toolbox cards after I go through like the main cards that we are normally going to see throughout the deck. So we'll start off with Omen of the Seas to help smooth out our draws and in the late game find cards that we need. Trial of Ambitions to help as early game removal and good flicker targets for Yorion. Omen of the Forge is another early removal. And Path of the World Tree as late game, we can sacrifice it to draw cards, and early game helps us fix our mana and keep hitting our land drops. We have 4 Moon Blessed Clerics to help search our library for enchantments that we want or need. Most of the time it's going to be Enigmatic Incarnation or Fires of Invention. We have 4 Fable of the Mirror Breakers to help discard like toolbox cards that we don't need at the moment or not good in the matchup. And is also a good flicker target while also being able to just like pump out a 2/2 is pretty good. We run 4 Fires of Invention as help spit out our hand, and we have activated abilities like Scarab God and Kenrith that we want our mana to be used on rather than casting spells. We have Arast of the Endless Web as an enchantment creature. Or, well, we'll go off the... no, you're a toolbox card. We'll save you for later. Enigmatic Incarnation we've already talked about. And, okay, now we can go over toolbox cards. I'm just, like, a little flustered here. Anyway, we have a Spirited Companion as just a 1-mana enchantment creature that we can, like, sacrifice that draws a card. Basically it. We have a Glasspool Mimic to help like copy anything we tutor out. We have Radine, God of the Worthy, as a good hate bearer against control decks. And against aggro decks, we can cast the Valkmira sign to prevent the damage that's being dealt to us and slow down what they're doing. We have Deputy of Detention as some removal. We have Oath of Kaya as a card that we can sacrifice to our Enigmatic Incarnation to tutor up a 4-drop, and can be searched up with Moon Blessed Cleric along with just being life gain and removal. We have Klothys, God of Destiny, as an enchantment creature, so we can help scale up while also being Graveyard Hate. We have Knight of Autumn as some life gain and some artifact and enchantment hate. We've got Renegade Rallier to when we sacrifice a creature and go tutor up Renegade Rallier. We can bring whatever we sacrifice back, so we can get like another ETB from Omen of the Forge or Trial of Ambition. We have Arasta, the Endless Web, against control decks to pump out a bunch of spiders. And along being with an enchantment creature, so we can sacrifice it to Enigmatic Incarnation. We have Binding the Old Gods as a removal spell / ramp spell that can be tutored out with Moon Blessed Cleric. We have Yasharn, Implacable Earth, that is able to search, or like basically draw a card. Most of the time it's draw a single card rather than 2, but sometimes it can draw 2. And it's also a hate bearer against sacrifice decks, because it prevents them from sacrificing non-land permanents as cast spells or activate abilities. And then we have, at our top end, we have Kenrith, the Return King, to gain a bunch of life against aggro decks and give us some late game options. We have Elder Gargaroth against aggro decks to stabilize the board, gain life, create some creatures, etc. We have the Scarab God as some late game stuff and some graveyard hate if needed. And we have Tolsimir as some life gain, some removal, and a good flicker target for Yorion. And the mana base is pretty widespread, but the main hallmarks or main important parts is that we're running one of each basic, and we're running 4 Fabled Passages, and about 12 Triomes. And then, if you want to know the sideboard for Best of 3, here's a look at it now. I'm not going to run over it since we're not going to be playing Best of 3, since this is a Midweek Magic, but if you want to look at this now, you can. But that is the deck. If you enjoy this content, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, we are here against Prey Grandis, and this is fine. Like, we're missing white mana, but we can Omen of the Sea to help find that, or like search deeper for it. They play a Neverwinter Dryad, so they're probably ramp deck. We did find our white source, but I think we'll rather hold up Omen of the Forge, slash Omen of the Sea here. They swing. Sure thing. We're probably just gonna sacrifice the the Dryad, which is fine by me. Bottom. We don't really care about either of those. We draw another Omen, and then we draw a Clothis, God of Destiny. We want our untapped land for Fire's Invention stuff, so we'll just play tap land and pass a turn. We sacrifice the Dryad, sure thing. Fetch another forest, if they play something for Omen of the Forge to kill. And they play a treasure map, though, so that's interesting. They play the World Tree, and a turn, cast Omen of the Sea. They cast the World Tree, and now we cast Omen of the Sea. I should get into wrapping. No, I shouldn't. Bad idea. Let's cast Fire's Invention into Incarnation. They concede to Fires on the spot. That's fair. Just such a value engine. Being able to pump out so many cards. Oh, that was easy. On to the next game. Alright, we are here against... I'm not going to try and pronounce that because I don't speak whatever language that is. This is going to be a hard mulligan. I mean, I guess we are missing blue. We can cast all our cards. I think we'll try it. Moonblessed Cleric can help find cards that we need. Okay, so they're spirits. We'll play Dragon Skull Summit and pass the turn. They cast Spectral Sailor. Oh no! They cast Omen of the Forge and kill it before they can get running with it. Ascendant Spirit, sure thing. We'll Omen of the Forge that too, and use your Fabled Passage. So that's gonna be or that can be our blue mana. They slip out the back, sure. And then they cast another Ascendant Spirit, sure. Fabled Passage, crack it. Go get a blue source. Cast Incarnation. See if this resolves. Nope, Base Light Snare. Oh well. Are they gonna level up the Ascendant Spirit? Give themselves shields down? They do. If they're not shields down, they can still have like a Base Light Snare or Lofty Denial. Let's cast your Sharn. It might not counter it even, but the Essence Capture. Well, that's annoying. So, they might be out of counter magic at this point, since they only have one card left in hand. Level up that Ascendant Spirit. Sure thing. This probably means they have an Essence Capture. We'll play Trial of Ambition. Are we just dead instead, though. Let's see. This becomes 4/4, or 5/5, and then 2+1+1 counters. No, we'll nope. Basil's Haven. Ah, well. GG's. I hate Spirits so much. It's just such a deck. On to the next game. Alright, we are here against Talo 2 babies. We will... This hand's missing white, but besides that's looking pretty good. So we'll keep. Please add off Triumph, tap to pass. And their mono Green Stompy. We'll cast Omen of the Sea. Renegade Rallier and Knight of Autumn are nice, but not when we don't have white mana to cast them, as we draw white source. Swing for 2. And then cast a Kappa Tech Record. Whoa, 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 whoa there, buddy. We can talk about things. I mean, if they use it to get rid of our Fable, that's fine. But it's good to know that they're playing Kappa Tech Records in their deck. So we can play around them. They cast a Blizzard Brawl. Nothing. Remove the Death Touch counter, destroy that. Well, it doesn't do anything if they don't have any more Death Touch counters, so we can just run out Incarnation. Go fetch Renegade? Yeah, I like Renegade Rallier. Bring back Omen. They may have a bite effect, which is fine. As they have a Master Shield, yeah, sure thing. Scry 2, fires, that's nice. Next turn we can fires and then Valkmira. Please don't have another Kappa. They have another Kappa. Darn, ah well. So they exile that enchantment. And then they cast a Kappa. Well, at least now it doesn't do anything. We cast Valkmira. Because now it doesn't deal combat damage. No combat damage. And no exile. They deal 2 damage. And cast Incarnation. By Yorion. Cast Yorion? Nah, let's cast Omen of the Sea. Your Shard is neat, but not amazing. Let's grab... because we can activate it. End of turn, sacrifice Omen of the Sea. Go fetch Knight of Autumn. To gain some life. I like that. Gain some life. Pass the turn. Hopefully I don't have Blizzard Brawl, because that would be a worst case scenario. I mean, even Blizzard Brawl... I mean, yeah, Blizzard Brawl still Master's Rebuke, that's fine, actually. Oops, yeah. Valkmira protects the damage to reduce down to from 1, so they should have had the pack leader. I guess they were trying to avoid a removal spell, but yeah, sure thing. Lock the pack leader. Take no damage. Trade with our pack leader. I'm pretty happy about that. And then they cast another pack leader, except this is a space between the pack and leader. Cast Clothy into Yorion. There's Battlefield, Flicker, Fires, and Omen. Cast Path. Go fetch a white source. Play land, cast Omen. Elder Gargaroth's pretty good. Keep that on top. End of turn. Bring all that stuff back. Scarab God looks good. And we'll sacrifice one Omen to go get a Deputy of Detention. Yeah. Let's get Deputy of Detention. Exile Werewolf Pack Leader. Pass the turn. So yeah, with a bunch of powerful cards in hand, Valkmira protecting us, Blizzard Brawl. Yikes. Okay, so we're gonna have to chump block that. So they don't exile our Incarnation. Or another Rebuke. Yikes. Well, they can get rid of one thing. Question is what? We draw a card. Probably the Valkmira, actually. Do they get rid of fires? Oh, wait, yeah. Valkmira protects it. Yep. I definitely should have went for Valkmira. GG's, OP. The shield being our saving grace there in that game. On to the next game. J.N. Taylor, hello, nice to meet you. And this looks like a fine hand. Turn 1 we'll play Fabled Passage or Trial. I don't think we're gonna need Trial turn 1 for them, so we'll just play Trial and Pass. Ha, I play 80 cards, you fool. You're gonna have trouble milling me out. Plus, I also have a very high curve with a lot of 5-drops. Ooh, they're this stack. They use Maestro's Theaters and Splendid Reclamation. Cast Trial of Ambition. Sacrifice a Ruin Crab. Play Breeding Pool tapped. Pass the turn. They haven't milled any basics yet, which is good. Yeah, Voja, get him. They play a Fable. Fine by me. Play Fabled Passage. Get a Mountain? Yeah, Mountain. Cast Fires of Invention. And Path to the World Tree, so we can guarantee our land next turn. Fetch Island. We have forest, plains in case they do destroy our fires. They swing for 2, get a treasure, sure thing. And then teach by example into Tasha's. Maddening Cacophony. Okay, so we mill 16. They mill Oath, Scarab God. That's basically all the things that matter. Play land. Cast Tolsimir. Fight you. Into casting Kenrith the Return King. And then reanimate the Scarab God. So now we have a pretty strong board. We can start reanimating more stuff. They cast a Merfolk Secret Keeper, the Venture Keeper. Maddening Cacophony, sure thing. But they concede. Yeah, the writing's on the wall here where they can't mill us out in time. Especially against Yorion decks. Mill decks have trouble trying to mill 80 cards. Sure thing. On to the next game. And And here we are against Orc. Sure thing. This looks like a little slow, but fine. We'll play the Spar's Headquarters tap first. Then if we do draw untapped red source, then we can play that instead. Yep, Spar's Headquarters tap, let's pass the turn. They play a Deathcap Glade, so they might be a food deck. Play Fabled Passage. Crack it for a red source over a black source. Pass the turn. They cast a Shambling Gas, so it seems to be more of a sacrifice style deck. Let's play Path. Go fetch a black source. And play a Spar's Headquarters. Pass turn. Next turn we can cast a Binding if we need to. Cast a Cruel Celebrant into a Stitcher's Supplier. So like a self-mill sacrifice style deck? Interesting. Well, we'll play land and cast Binding. Kill the Cruel Celebrant before they get any more value out of it. They can drain us for 1, but that's it. If we do get Revolt, we can always ramp our Fabled Passages. They cast a Fell Stinger. We can Omen of the Forge that. They draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. And create a treasure. Oh, and we do have double red because of Haunted Ridge. Okay, play that. Sure thing. Let's get like a blue. Or no. Some sort of red-black land. Let's get a Riveteer, or Zerator's Proving Ground. We'll cast Omer the Forge. Shoot the Stinger. Into Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Create you 2 and pass. They play Overgrown Farmland. And they swing with the gas. We'll take it. Just 1 damage. Don't have to aggressively block it. Path to the World Tree is getting really close. The Binding the Old Gods is gonna leave by itself, so we don't have to worry too much about that. They mill 3 lands. We'll discard Savaitriome and Companion. Clawfist. Now that's a good draw. Let's cast Renegade Rallier. Go ramp with Fabled Passage. Or Savaitriome. Or draw a card with the Companion. I think we'll ramp. Play Klothys, God of Destiny. Start exiling the graveyard. And pass a turn. So, Cruel Celebrant, Glowspore Shaman, Mill, Land, Shambling Ghast, and Woe Strider. They do they want to put a land? I guess they could have put like Takanuma on top to basically like put a creature on top. Swing with everything, yeah, sure. Block and block. We can get rid of their sacrifice outlet now. That would be good timing. They sacrifice the goat, sure thing. Keep that on top, so it's a land. Don't know why it doesn't show me since I already know what it is. It's not a scry 2, it's a scry 1, so... I guess it's just the magic interface saying, like, if you scry, it becomes unrevealed. Sure, Brave Stench. Glasspool Mimic off the top. Exile Ghost Rider. Activate Yorion. Cast Yorion. Flicker you, and you. End of turn. They all come back. We get to shoot the Cruel Celebrant, create a 2/2, draw an island, keep the plains and forests in the deck for Isharn purposes if we draw or tutor that out. Like, Isharn looks good against these Woe Striders. They're probably going to cast a Woe Strider here. Yeah, sure. We will trade and eat. Delicious. They already played a land for turn, so they can't meet Hook for 4. They cast Rally the Ancestors. Each creature with mana value X or less. Yeah, that's pretty good. How much damage is that? Yikes. I mean, that is just really good. I'm not even mad. Like, Rally the Ancestors there was just so surprising. I was not expecting that. Though, yeah. I completely forgot that they added that to Pioneer. Or, well, not Pioneer, Explorer. So yeah, GG's, OP. GG's. You can just, like, sacrifice your board and then kill us, so yeah. GG's. Wow. On to the next game. Alright, we are here against Geronimo! And this looks like a fine hand. We'll keep. We got all our colors of mana. We got turn 2 trial. They're on the play, so we're gonna have a target for trial unless they're control. They play a Tangled Veil. So they might be like a rampy kind of, maybe a Paradox Engine deck, or just a ramp deck. As we see, Blade Master, interesting. Well, we'll cast Omer the Forge here instead of Trial of Ambition. We'll do it main phase in Kiss. They have like the +2/+2 and equip target warrior trick. Selfless Savior, sure thing. We will play a Isolated Chapel and cast Fable of the Mirrorbreaker. Playing the trial now and playing it later doesn't change anything because they'll sacrifice the Selfless Savior either way. So it doesn't really change much whether we do it now or next turn. But this is even better for us. So now we can do them basically. I mean, sure they ramp a bit, but that's fine. So are they like a... Oh, so they're a mutate deck, I see. They could have mutated onto the core Blade Master to have a double striking creature. Makes sense. Not sure why they want to mutate onto the Selfless Savior, though. Considering that you want to sacrifice a Selfless Savior to protect another creature. Not sure about that. Do they want to attack or hold back for the goblin? They attack. Sure thing. Scarab God. We'll discard an Andantha Triome and a Rasta, since a Rasta doesn't seem great in this matchup. Play Sunpetal Grove, cast Fires into Trial of Ambition. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Swing for 2. Pass a turn. Scarab God is looking pretty good. Watoski. We could force him to sacrifice it with Trial. Buy Yorion. Play land. Cast Omen of the Sea. And draw Trial. Cast Trial of Ambition. Force him to sacrifice Toski, and next turn we can have our own Toski. I like that. Pass the turn. They cast another Toski, sure thing. We draw Fable. We will cast Scarab God. Cast Yorion. Trigger you, and you. Cast another Fable Mirror Breaker. Swing, create a treasure. Sure thing. And get our own Toski into play. End of turn, return all the fun stuff. You sacrifice a creature. Deal 2 to their face. We'll bottom both. I don't really care for either. They're more for utility style. We're looking for like Enigmatic Incarnation. And we can just dump all our mana into Scarab God anyway. Yeah, they concede. Fair concede there. GG's. Let's play one more game. Yeah, one more game sounds good. Oh, right, we are here against... I am not going to try and pronounce that name. Especially because I don't speak the language anyway. I don't really like this hand. Like with Fabled Passages and such. It's mana fixing rather than like Triomes. We'll keep this. And bottom the Scarab God for later. They play Mountain. That's a scary sign. We won't need... Yep, they're mono red, so we're gonna probably have to cast Valkmira. Let's play another Andantha Triome tap cast. Oh, they're Samurai. Interesting. So they channel the Sunblade Samurai. Yeah, sure thing. And then cast the Celestius. Not bad. We're going to be constantly casting 2 spells, so I'm not worried about that. Let's cast Path. Go fetch Mountain. Play Breeding Pool tap. Let's pass the turn. Next turn we can Fires into... if they play a creature, Trial of Ambition. If not, Yasharn. They cast a Thrilling Discovery. This is like a Reanimator deck. Like, Celestius helps discard. They discard, yeah. This might be a Reanimator deck. Interesting choice of the Sunblade Samurai, though. How do you want to play against this? Brilliant Restoration. I see. I see. That sounds... This seems like a cool looking deck. Thundersteel Colossus type stuff. Well, we'll play Fires of Invention into Radine, God of the Worthy. This will make Brilliant Restoration and Thundersteel Colossus and Big Score much more expensive to cast. So yeah, I think running out Radine instead of Valkmir is better here. Are they gonna try and blow up fires? Maybe with like a rip apart? Nope, they just pass. It becomes day. Reinforce Ronin. We'll cast Yusharn. Enters the battlefield. We will fetch Plains and Forest. We'll play the Plains. Move to combat. Swing for 2. And then cast Fable. And buy Yorion. Pass turn. Cast expensive Big Score, discarding land. So let's see, Brilliant Restoration's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they could cast a Brilliant Restoration now. They'll get back Reinforce Ronin, Thundersteel Colossus, Fable, and Sunblade. That's not bad. Guess they're doing more setup instead. They pass to loop some more. Discard Unnatural Growth. Discard Trial and Basic. Well, not Basic, Fable. Yeah, like that. Deputy of Detention. That's a good one. Cast Deputy of Detention. Exile the treasures. Play land. Cast Yorion. Flicker, Deputy, Fable, and Path. And Fires. Cast Omen of the Sea. We'll keep a Fable. Play another Fable. Swing. Move to end step, get everything back. Deputy will exile the Celestius. You get a Swamp. And it's daytime. Radine's preventing a lot of things from doing anything. Discard land and land. Draw 2. Discard trial and land. Draw 2. Play Dragon Skull Summit. Move to combat. Swing with everything. Create a bunch of treasures. And down to 2 they go. We cast Omen of the Forge, killing them. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. GG's, OP. GG's. Well, I think that's a good one to end it off on. Was a fun deck that they seem to be playing. But, yeah. So, the deck is just a toolbox deck that is very powerful, has a really strong game plan, and as long as you can hit your land drops, it does really well. But yeah, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. It means so much. If you want more decks or different kind of decks that you have from Explorer, Standard, any format, just let me know, and I'll try and build them. And let me know down in the comments, and until next time, I hope to see you again soon. Take care.